This video is how to create a manual credit card or ACH transaction at any time. So you would go in and find the tenant that you want to charge. Now this has to be a tenant that's set up in a particular in a suite already. So I'm going to go in and click on their transactions. Of course, you can also go through and drill down through the location and the suite and find them that way. Here's this particular person. Now, if they're going to do an ACH transaction, you have to enter their bank information first. And this is in this location here. And then I'm going to add a transaction on the Transactions tab. It's a payment and credit card, payment amount, put in the card number manually. This is my test card. Now, since I'm on my test server here, this is going to take longer than it would normally take, but it's immediate. It will go through and charge the person's credit card immediately. Same way if you choose ACH, it would ask you the same information. So there's the $100 credit. So now you'll see $100 credit on this person, and then any future invoices, if they choose inside their app, they can choose to have this credit automatically applied to any future invoices. There's a switch inside the mobile app. Otherwise, it's just going to be a $100 credit that's going to stay in their account. And when they do have a payment that they need to make a payment for a transaction, so say, I'll give an example of this so you can see. So say the next week they have a rent payment due. So I'm going to create a rent payment that's due for $200. Sorry, as I mentioned, this is my development server and it's quicker in live. So now you'll see this person, it's due, they've got a $100 balance, but they still owe this. And so what you can do, so they would come in and give you, say, now they can pay through the app and have that $100 applied to this invoice, this $200 invoice. Or if they come into your office and they say, well, here's a check or credit card or whatever payment. So you create another payment. So they brought cash in for another $100. Cash payment. Now, since it's a partial payment, it doesn't know exactly how you want to handle the credit. So the invoice is not paid in full yet. The person has zero credit, but this invoice is still outstanding because the amounts don't match. And so what you have to do is go into the location. Of course, you don't normally have to do this. It's just when there's a difference. But you click Apply Payments. And here's this person, and you'll see that they have one invoice and two payments. So I'm going to take this payment, click and drag it to that invoice, and take the credit that was there, add it to the invoice, and now they're all paid up. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Okay, so they're all set, green, good to go. There's zero balance, and this invoice has been paid in full. And if you take a look at the invoice, it shows that the payments were applied by me This is just my generic account, but your name would be on here. So that's how you create a credit card transaction. ACH is the same way, but like I mentioned, you have to set up their bank information first. Or you can, if they give you a check, you can register it that way, or cash. You can register the advance payment in cash. And then I showed you how to create an invoice, and then how to make a partial payment and using that credit and applying it to the invoice. So if you have any questions, give our customer service a call. Thank you.